Use Photos Workbench to add locations to your photos. Location information allows Apple Photos to organize and find photos by location. Apple Photos can show your photos on a map. Knowing where a photo was taken adds to the story of the photo. In satellite view, you can see the surrounding area and remember details about how you got to that spot. Let's look at the various options for adding locations to your photos. Photos Workbench has a large map we can use to check and assign photo locations. Click the Locations toolbar button to reveal the map. We are looking at photos taken on the UCLA campus. We thus need to find the campus on the map and look at the area where we took the photos. This is a photo of Royce Hall. The photo was taken from across the plaza. Let's drag the photo to that spot on the lawn. For the second photo, we have moved to the left. Just about here. The third one was taken a bit closer to Royce Hall. The last shot of Royce Hall is from the west end of the plaza. The large map stays put, allowing me to place one image after another. Next up is a photo of the Bruin Bear statue down near Ackerman Union. We have one more photo taken right in front of Powell Library. Last but not least, we place one of the omnipresent squirrels on Bruin Walk. That is all it takes to add locations to our photos. For the next set of photos, we will use incremental geocoding. Incremental geocoding is a workflow where we follow the path taken between photos. Often this is only a short distance and is easy to retrace. Once we have determined the location of the first photo, Photos Workbench moves on to the following image. The large map stays in place. It takes only a small adjustment of the map to locate our next stop. We started our visit to the Taj Mahal at the West Gate. Soon we got a first glimpse over a wall. That first photo is our starting point. I center the map on the place where I stood. Crosshairs mark the map center. Next, I click the Set Photo Location button to apply that location to my first photo. We followed the path to the center of the plaza. I took the following photo by the tree on the corner. I moved the crosshairs along the path I took. I can now set that location for the second photo. A few steps later, we stand at the last gate. Rather than move the crosshairs, I can also drag the map. The crosshairs will remain at the center of the map. That is the location of the third photo in the series. We have reached the other side of the wall. The Taj Mahal is now fully revealed. I took that photo from the top of the steps. We keep walking closer to the actual Taj Mahal. For each photo, I only need to make a minute adjustment of the map and then click the Set Photo Location button. When I took more than one photo from the same spot, I just need to click the button or press the keyboard shortcut. Working from my memory of the visit and from what I see in the pictures, I can achieve remarkable precision in no time. Geocoding using a GPS track log is the fastest way to add exact locations to a large set of photos. We will assign locations to the photos taken during an 8-day trek on Mount Kilimanjaro. I carried a GPS track logger to record our position. It created a track log that noted the time and GPS coordinates every few seconds. I could also have used an iPhone app to record a track log. First, I select all the photos that I want to geocode. Next, I click the GPX Track toolbar button. Photos Workbench reads track logs in the GPX file format. GPX is an industry standard. Most GPS apps can export track logs in this format. I have combined all the GPS recordings from the trek into a single GPX file. I thus only have this one file to load. Photos Workbench will match the photos to the recorded route. It does so by comparing the timestamps on the pictures to the times in the track log. Photos Workbench thus needs to know when I took the photos. Since my camera clock may not have had the correct time, Photos Workbench asks me to check the timestamp it has found in the first photo. I can see the photo in the top left corner. Next to it, I see that the photo was taken at 10:07 a.m. Zurich time. I happen to know that this is not correct. I had set my camera to local time. I select the local time zone from the list of named time zones. 10:07 local time puts us at an intersection where we stopped for supplies. I can further adjust the time to account for a clock error on my camera. Doing so fine-tunes the position of the photo. Changes I make apply to all the photos I plan to geocode. I use the arrow buttons to check the placement of a few more photos. This looks about right. That is us by the sign under that tree. I could have gotten an even more accurate result had I known the exact time that first photo was taken. I could, for example, have taken a photo of the clock on my phone. For such a photo, I simply need to copy the time I see on the phone's display. Since I don't have such a photo, I can use an alternate approach. I can locate a spot on the track where I remember taking a photo. That final photo is such an example. Sadly, it is located in a knot of crisscrossing tracks. Still, I can try to find the spot on the recorded track log. I click the track log at that spot. Photos Workbench marks the location with a purple pin and tells me what time it was when I passed that location. This is when I stopped to take the photo. I click the camera button to match the image to the track. Photos Workbench adjusts the photo timestamp to match the recorded timestamp. Again, I can check other photos to ensure I got the settings right. These look good. I click the geocode button to let Photos Workbench compute and assign locations to all photos. Location information helps organize and find photos. Knowing where a photo was taken adds context and refreshes memories. We have seen how easy geocoding can be. Use Photos Workbench to organize and enjoy your photos.